Okay, we're here again in Richmond, again on the 22nd. We're in what we call the Broadmoor area of Richmond, sort of central Richmond. Now, what's interesting is there was a seminar recently held, a city hall meeting, and they were talking about the large mega homes and concerns about all that. And they said this Broadmoor area has had about an 80% of the original homes that are gone and have been replaced by these we call mega mansions. These like 6,000 square foot homes. Now we thought, while we're out here in Richmond, we thought we'd go through this neighborhood. So this would have probably the highest concentration of single family homes that were built in the 80s, 90s, up to the 2000s here. This is 2015. So we're just going to go down the road here, and again, back to the Ghost City thing we've been talking about. We're going to drive down the road here and just video you can even just tell by looking out the windshield here how dark this road is. There's no sign of life. Okay, you can see the houses just from this panoramic view of going down a half a mile down the road there of how dark this neighborhood appears. There's no sign of life. So we're gonna pan over here. Now you'll often see a vehicle parked in front, but which really means nothing. Sometimes they're just parked there for the purpose of just making it look lived in. But there's really no sign of life in many of these homes. Again, you'll have the token, trouble lights on, a few lights on for appearance's sake, but there's just no sign. Usually a good sign is if you can see a TV through the window, but again, there's just no sign of life at all. There's the odd home that'll have the token Christmas lights up this time of the year, but that's another sign that these people that buy these homes are basically not adopting to the culture here. But again, look at there's the odd original home. But now we're again driving through the neighborhood. You can see it's basically like a ghost city. It's like a ghost town, an abandoned town, except for the fact that there is power here. But yeah, in all these videos, I don't think we've seen one head in the window yet. One classic sign of foreign ownership is this gating system. You'll see every one of these homes does not have sort of a user-friendly entrance. They'll have some sort of masonry in the front and some sliding gates, usually mechanically opened. But it's pretty much a sign that the people here are not native. They're just basically again, offshore interests that bought these homes and sat on them. I mean, look at this one here, how dark it is.
Yeah, it's so dark.
Might be somebody home there, but again, few and far between. What's rather sad is this is where apparently these were called Woods bungalows. This is a builder named Woods that had built many of these homes, and they were had a very good reputation.
When was that? Like what decade?
This was about the 50s, late 50s, early 60s.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're driving by these sorts of old homes here as a split level.
Probably 50s houses, right?
Yeah, 50s, 60s. So here's a typical attempt to make it look like somebody's living there.
Yeah.
But again, no sign of life. Well, there are some umbrellas there, so maybe somebody is there. I can see them by the front door, to be fair, but
yeah,
but anyway, we're talking about the majority, not the minority here. I mean, these homes are again just basically sitting here empty.
Guess I wouldn't have thought about it until I met you.
Well, it's sort of, you take notes, you know, if you sort of keep the eyes and ears open, you sort of realize these things, you know. When you grew up in this city, you, so what you should do, you should go down the other side or go down another block and go down the other way.
See, Mr. 31's been here since he was a kid when he was 3.1.
Now let's go down one of these other side streets. Probably not going to be much different. Yeah, like, you know, knock knock, nobody's home. Again, you can just look down the road there. It just looks dead. There's no lights. It's that panoramic view again. You just see there's nothing here. This is another thing you'll often see. Look, this is an older house again, but I don't see any sign of life there either. What will happen is often these places will not be rented out. They will simply just leave lights on.
Yeah.
Somebody might be living there, it's hard to tell. But what we're seeing more and more is a lot of these houses will sit empty for months, if not years, until they demolish them.
Yeah.
And again, we have more of a rental shortage. See, this over here will point to this for sale sign.
Yeah.
That's for sale, but often you won't even see a for sale sign. The ownership they just basically are marketed overseas, and you'll never even know they were sold until you do say a title search or something. But this is what often happens. You see, these houses will be bought, and then they'll be sold, and then you know, nobody's really living in them.